Do I really have to network? If you hate small talk and you hate putting yourself out there, the whole thing can sometimes feel so fake, so orchestrated, like everyone showed up to perform a version of themselves with a big smile and business cards. And let's be practical. All that time, all that effort that you could be doing something that actually matters, instead, now you're driving across town, getting dressed, putting makeup, to walk into a room full of strangers and have a conversation that might lead to absolutely nowhere. So, is it worth it? The time, the effort, the mascara? That's exactly what we're going to answer today. Hi, I'm Natasha, and I help business professionals speak up and share their brilliance with the world in a clear and confident way. I am also the author of Extrovert Me, an introvert's guide to confident networking. Everything I'm sharing today comes straight from the book, so let's get into it. If you love conversations around communication, confidence, networking, and public speaking, make sure to subscribe because this channel is all about helping you become brave, bold, and brilliant in the way you communicate and connect. I'm going to break this question down. Do I have to network and is it worth it? Into three sections that will make it crystal clear. One, what networking is. Two, why do we actually need it? Three, the benefits of networking. And let's dive in. Firstly, what is networking really? Let's start with simplifying the word itself. The word networking alone is enough to make anyone break into a cold sweat. So let's break that word down to find out what it really means. So, net and working. Net is a connected system or web. Working is actively functioning together towards something meaningful. Networking is a connected group of people actively working together towards something meaningful. The problem is that most people think that networking is transactional, like people are there to sell something. But true networking isn't transactional, it's relational. It's about connection, community, and building meaningful relationships over time. Here's a great fact: you are already networking. You've been doing it your whole life. Let me prove it to you. When you were at school, yep, that was a network. Your classmates, your teachers, your coaches, your clubs, all of it. You built those relationships naturally without a single business card or an awkward elevator pitch. And you're probably networking right now. Your church group? Yeah, networking. Your Bible study? Yep, networking. Your gym community? Networking. Your coworkers? Networking. Friends and family? Networking. That's exactly why so many people resist networking because they associate it with business events and forced small talk rather than what it actually is: human connection. Here's the mindset shift I want you to adopt. Stop asking, what am I going to get out of this? And start asking, how do I become part of this? Being part of a group of people who share something in common, who are working towards something together, that's networking at its best. If this is already shifting the way you think about networking, drop a comment below. I would genuinely love to hear your thoughts around this topic. Number two, why do we need networking? Here's a truth that we don't talk about enough. We were never meant to live life alone. When we were younger, networks like our school was built automatically. We were in a room with people every single day: our classmates, our teachers, teammates, clubs. Connections is practically unavoidable. But then adulthood arrives and says, you're on your own now. And many people don't build those relationships intentionally. And then they wonder why they feel isolated, stuck, and unsupported. We need community for so many reasons: for encouragement, collaboration, wisdom, support, opportunity, accountability. I learned firsthand because I moved across three different continents, and every move meant leaving behind a family, familiarity, and my built in support system. I had to intentionally create community from scratch over and over again. And this is what was really important to me. I joined a church, I joined a small group, a Bible study, and I joined a professional group. And through that process, I felt connected. It took time, it was not easy. And the process was hard. It was painful, but I never saw networking as people coming together to try to get something from each other. I always saw networking as a safety net, a group of people who carry each other through different seasons of life. And life has different seasons. There's seasons you are growing, seasons where you're healing, seasons where there's opportunity, and some seasons where the opportunity is drying up. All these seasons require people. These connections are so precious, more than we realize. Since I started posting these videos, a dear friend of mine from when I lived in London reached out to me. We met at a church small group, and though life had taken us in different directions, she's in New Zealand now with her family. We're not always in contact, but when we do speak to each other, we just pick up right where we left off. I was her bridesmaid. I knew when she was single, when she got married. That kind of friendship doesn't need a daily check-in to stay real. And I know that without a shadow of doubt, that if I ever needed her, I could count on her. That is the beauty of genuine connections. Distance or time doesn't dissolve it. And if this resonates with you, make sure you subscribe. Point number 3, the real benefits of networking. One of the biggest and most underrated opportunities in life happens through relationships, not algorithms, not cold applications. It happens through relationships. And here's why that matters more than ever. You see, AI can automate a lot of things, but it cannot replicate trust, belonging, authenticity, and genuine human connection. That means your ability to connect with people is becoming one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Full stop. Think about it. When someone is in your network that needs a recommendation for an attorney or a babysitter or a great accountant, who do they call? The people they trust. And when that job opportunity comes up, who gets the quiet referral before it even gets posted? The person someone already knows and likes. I'm part of a professional business networking group. In this group, we pass business to each other, we celebrate each other, we encourage each other through hard seasons, and we genuinely cheer each other on. And here's something fascinating from psychology and neuroscience. Humans are literally wired for connection. Eye contact, tone, voice, body language. These aren't just nice extras. They're actually core signals your nervous system uses to decide whether you feel safe or threatened. When you make real human connection, your brain releases oxytocin. That's a bonding hormone which reduces stress and increases trust. On the flip side, social disconnection can increase anxiety and actually activate the same stress responses as physical pain. So when networking feels like an effort, getting dressed, driving somewhere, walking to a room full of strangers, it's because your nervous system is stepping into something unfamiliar. But the payoff is real. The genuine connection can lower stress, it can improve your mood, open doors professionally, and genuinely improve your overall well being. In other words, networking isn't just about what's out there, it's about what's going on inside you. So, the question, do you really have to network and is it worth it? The answer is you don't have to network. You get to network and it is absolutely 100% worth it.